Ndị be anyị ngwadalụ dị nnenu anyị si ka ụbọchị nkịta mana na anyị na mma anyị si ka nkonye chiri ya zelụkwa dịka o si dị ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wee na-ewetara ya bụ ozi nje gị n'ugbu a gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na-eme na Eastern Region and the entire nation. Please pay attention to this update anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uruchi nkịta. Alright, ozi ewetara unu bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi as he quote. Breaking news. Biafran Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa starts invasion charge, reveals a shocking discovery that put Finland on United Nations list as partner in crime. Hear the news in details. This news is according to the Biafran activists. Because pay attention to it. Kabaro Keriati and Ifoku Nirwa Wobasta Makayabo. Over to you, sir.
Just like we don't accept terrorism charge on Mazi Simon Ekpa. Also, we do not accept the charge of tax evasion. Yes, tax evasion. As you all know, tax evasion was part of the allegations on Mazi Simon Ekpa's head. That means he has been evading taxes. He has not been paying taxes to the Finland government. But this charge of tax evasion somehow is very unacceptable and very funny to me. Because Simon Ekpa arrived in Finland late 2000, around 28 or 27. And he became a citizen in 2013, precisely, if I'm not mistaken. And from the day he came to Finland till today is about 18 years, 17 years, thereabouts. Now, look at what worries me here. Listen very carefully. In all these 17, 18 years he has been living in Finland, not one day have the Finland government complained about his tax compliance. Not one day has he had any issue with his tax. In these 18 years, he has joined the Finland politics. And as a criteria to join politics in Finland, you need to have tax clearance for years, from like 5 years or 10 years tax clearance before you can join. That's part of the criteria. Documents you present as a politician in Finland, of which Simon Ekpa is a politician in Finland. Still yet, in all this while, Finland did not see anything wrong with his tax documents. Because as I'm aware, Simon Ekpa was a politician after he became a citizen at 2013, of which he occupied government office. Why is it that it is just now that he is having problem with Nigerian government? Why is it that it is just now that Finland suddenly decide that Simon Ekpa has a case to answer called tax evasion? Why? Do you know that Simon Ekpa even joined the Finland army? Yes, he served in the Finland army, of which, as it is now, he is an army veteran in Finland. Let me read this to you. Since 2007, he has lived with his family in Lahti, Finland. He learned Finnish, became a citizen, and did military service in the Finnish military at the Häme Regiment in Henala in 2013, as well as a reservist in the Finnish army. Ekpa, after that, joined the Finland politics in 2012, and he has been active since then. He has been active in politics since then. Where did this tax evasion come from? Finland, where? Why did this tax evasion, I ask again, why did this tax evasion only surface now that he is facing problem with Nigeria? And after you have just met Nigerian officials, why did this happen at this particular time? You see, because people are listening, people are watching, people are digesting things. And don't give me all this Oyibo people are very straightforward. Don't give me that rubbish. Oyibo are the highest criminal. The highest criminal you can get in the world is Oyibo. Because people will say their system is perfect. If they said it, then they mean it. If Oyibo say it is like this, there's like this. It's not me you are talking to. It's not me. Because I will fact check everybody. Even call you anything, I must make sure, because Oyibo are the highest criminals once they want what they want to. If Oyibo see oil in your land, they will do anything. Climb any back. Buy anybody. Turn the people against themselves just to collect that oil. Oyibo can be good though. When it comes to gold, silver, diamond, crude oil, Oyibo don't have self-control. They don't have their body is like, it's like their body is an urge, an unquenchable urge they have inside them that cannot be quenched by anything. I'm telling you, just do your fact check and you see what I'm telling you is fact. I'm not just hiding it for you. They don't have manners when it comes to what they want, what is hungering them. They don't have manners. Now listen carefully, because we are still going forward. Samson Hakala, which is the chief prosecutor for Finland, did a video interview. I have played that interview in my previous video. I'm sure you have watched it. Many of you who have not watched it should go and search my videos. You will see the one I did of Samson Hakala, who is the lawyer, the federal government of Finland, their lawyer. And in that video, he gave that interview about Simon Ekpa's case. I broke the video down for you, telling you what he said. And he just mentioned that Simon Ekpa is facing, terrorism charges from Nigeria. They are still trying to bring up evidence against him, of which at that moment, that was in July last year, as in July this year, they had not have sufficient evidence enough. Not one did he mention anything called tax evasion. Not one day did he mention tax evasion, which is a very strong offense in Europe and America. Mark my word. Tax evasion can even get you longer years in prison than terrorism sometimes. Depends. Go and ask. Go to America and commit tax offense. You will see what's going to happen to you. Samson Hakala never mentioned anything concerning tax. So I want to ask, is he really guilty of tax offense? Or was this just a padded sentence? Also, what are the details of this tax evasion? Can we see details of the tax evasion? Because we need to know at what point did he start evading tax. Because the last time I checked, in Finland, they have what they call personal income tax, which you cannot evade. You can't evade it. That is the truth. There's another one that is what they call tax declaration. That one mostly in the US. Tax laws in the US. You understand how these things work. For politicians, people who are in public eye, have you ever heard of a politician anywhere in the world that was found guilty of tax evasion? I want to know. Because these people are in the public eye. They know. Because the criteria for you to seek any elected office, and I'm talking to you now, Simon Ekpa can seek office of government any moment. So is he going now to start going back to clear? Do you know that if they find at any point in time as a politician that you have evaded tax, it's a big problem for you. A very big problem for you. It can land you in problem. So how did they come about aggravated tax problem for him? This is padded. It is not believable. This is unbelievable. And let me tell you, there is no Igbo man around the world. I beat my chest. If you have evidence, show me. Igbo people are the most loyal people to their communities anywhere they find themselves. Both the ones in Nigeria, they are very peaceful. They obey the law. They pay their taxes. They pay their document rate. They pay their shop rate. They do their contributions. Even in the US, in the UK, in Europe, everywhere around the world, in the Igbo, always do business, work, pay their tax. I have not heard a scenario where an Igbo man was singled out for tax evasion before. This is my first time. This is my first time. And it shocked me because it happened to be somebody who is even part of government, who is impossible for him not to pay tax. So I want to ask you, Finland, Why did this tax issue come up? The same time the issue with Nigerian government came up. Why did this tax issue come out the same time you met with Nigerian government and you decided to arraign and to take Simon Ekpa to court? That is when you found out that he has tax problem. Why are you finding out this tax issue ad hoc? Why didn't you see it all this while? Yes, because in advanced countries, they have tax body, tax police that make sure that everybody pays tax compliance. It's like that proverb that says, the witch cried in the night and the child died in the morning. The coincidence is too much. All of a sudden, things start falling in place for all of you. You didn't have evidence against him for terrorism. He didn't have any problem with your government. But next thing you had meeting with Nigerian government, then everything start falling in place for you. You start finding evidence. You start finding problem, finding fault on Simon Ekpa because you have now met Nigerian government who probably have promised you something. Then you start finding faults. This is like somebody who wants to cheat or who wants to break the heart of his lover will start finding fault on the lover just as a guise for you to leave the relationship. That is what you are doing, Simon Ekpa. Because it looks shady. Very shady. I put it to you that Simon Ekpa did not fail any tax evasion. I put it to you that you are bullying Simon Ekpa, you are strong-arming him, and you are forcing him to concede all these things so that you can easily collect your due as promised you, and also getting a cheap target out of Simon Ekpa. But let me tell you, you can only do injustice for too long. One day, good must always overshadow bad. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications.
And by Guadalupe Neno, Kunsi when so and Bossinkata Eastern is 24, but by when you turn your bossy, the Kaisi Kununqua. Malapon Kunliat and if you jelly Rakupo, Basta Makamazin Namdekano, and Anibo, and Wodowanazo. Edukie aliatu to eat, Kabaruki to Sakwaya Bos, go to Moon 9 dozen ABD teacher. One Kebesian Munim.